ready to make YouTube videos. Okay. Hi, I'm Carrie. I want to tell you a little bit about my channel, my videos. I come from a family where my mom and dad have been married for 43 years, since my mom was 16 and my dad was 18. They still live in the same house that I was born and raised in. I went all three. Yes, I only had 3 years of schooling. I went to Catoosa Public Schools for all 13 years. Graduated in 2000. Catoosa is a small town that borders Tulsa, Oklahoma to the east. A couple years after I graduated, I bought a house in Catoosa. I've lived here for 9 years now. I live within a few minutes of my mom and dad, a few minutes from my sister, not much further from my brother. My nieces, my nephew went to Catoosa, and I have a 6-year-old little boy that is carrying on the tradition. He's in kindergarten at Catoosa now. So my inspiration for this video, vlog, blog, whatever. I do have a website, by the way, www.CarrieYou.com, don't forget it. My inspiration is my mom, Linda Hughes, who retired from Catoosa Public Schools after over 30 years of service. She spent a lot of that time as a lunch lady, and she spent the last several years managing the concession stand for all the sporting events, breakfast, lunch at the high school, things of that nature. So it's a pretty safe bet that if you bought a hot dog at a Catoosa sporting event, chances are she probably had something to do with making it. Just saying. Anyway, my mom has overcome quite a few health issues over the last 10, 12 years. She's been through too many strokes that she's recovered from pretty well. The first one was in 2000, the second one was in 2006, due to a carotid artery that's up next to her brain that's inoperable. It is managed with medication now, so it's not quite as scary. She is also type 2 diabetic, and she suffers from gout. For those of you who don't know it, you should Google it. It's painful. The most brilliant part of all of it is that if you were to sit and talk to her, you'd never know any of it. She is the most amazing, resilient woman I've ever met. She is positive, and she doesn't curse or drink or smoke or usually have anything negative really to say. She's very ornery, and she is full of quick-witted spunk, but she's incredible. Throughout my little video series, I assure you, I will introduce you to the rest of my family. They're crazy, but I will introduce you. I love them with all of my heart. We have an amazingly tight-knit family, but we're crazy. So, first things first, the bread and butter of why I wanted this YouTube. On January 17th of this year, 2012, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. It was the most gut-wrenching, overwhelming news I think I've ever received. Just set the tone for you. I'm the baby of 3. I've tried to convince my parents every day that it took them 3 times to get it right. No, I'm kidding. I love my brother and sister. They're amazing too. But that's just the way we are with each other. My parents are my best friends. They are every last remaining beam in my support structure. So it was a huge blow to me to find out something like this after the other struggles that she's overcome. She took it on like a little soldier, though. She's a trooper, and she just said, well, we got to do what we got to do and move on. So on with the march, I guess. I did feel overwhelmed and helpless. I like to fix things, and what do you do when you can't fix things immediately? There's no quick fix for this. I just kind of felt like that at any moment those walls could just kind of crash down around me, and there wasn't anything I could do to slow it down or stop it. So I reached out to one of my oldest, dearest friends, Amanda Cifuentes. She now lives in Atlanta, Georgia, but we met in kindergarten, fought over a castle in the sandbox in our kindergarten classroom. We've been friends ever since. And in our brainstorming, we decided to join forces and both contribute to something that would help in the long run. We came across the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Amazing foundation. If you don't know anything about it, I strongly suggest you look it up and read the story. It's a great story. We got out our calendars and brainstormed, and our decision landed on the 3-day walk in Washington, D.C. this year, October 12th through the 14th. 3 days, 60 miles, camping in a pink tent, from what I hear. I don't know if that really counts as like roughing it or not, but 60 miles is a lot for a chubby girl like me. Anyway, looking forward to it though. Mandy and I are, 2 girls, born and raised, small town, Oklahoma. We have to raise at least $2,300 a piece to even participate in this walk. So this is a huge challenge that we've taken on for ourselves. We truly believe in this. And I believe with all of my heart that the people who did this before me, they're the reason that my mom has hope. So I'm going to do this for someone else's mom. Anyway, our team name, Milkmates, Milkmates. For those of you who don't know, a large percentage of breast cancer actually starts in the milk ducts. And so when Milkmates came up as a suggestion, milk reminded me of Lunch Lady. So we went with it. So our team name is Milkmates. Our shirts are really funny, really cute. Share them later. And we're ready to take this on. I do want to kind of set the record straight. I know that there are so many amazing survivor stories out there, and I've read a lot of them with my research, and I hope that ours turns out to be one of those too. But this is not a YouTube channel dedicated to breast cancer. This is an invitation to my life. So welcome. It's crazy in here. You might want to wear a helmet. I don't know what your, guidelines are on licking the windows. Kind of hard with the helmet, but I would suggest some sort of protective gear. Anyway, no telling what you're going to see next. So visit my website. It's www.CarrieYou.com. You can follow me on Twitter at CarrieYou. And see you soon.